Hi, this is Dana with Flowers by Design, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this outdoor planter. Great for summertime. So for this particular project, I have chosen a pot that I can actually just drop into my larger container. Much easier to work with. Other materials used are natural twigs, ferns, eucalyptus bush actually, some kangaroo paws in a golden color, cosmos, mini button hanging bush, and finally some heather spray. And for the mechanics, we will use some silk and dried foam, some moss, Spanish moss, and I have a pair of pliers and a putty knife to cut the the foam with, not the moss. The moss is not cut. One of the things that I do want to point out is that most of these materials are actually made out of PVC or plastic, which means that they're going to be more durable for outdoor use, as the color is actually injected into them as they're being manufactured. The only exception here is the fern that we will be using, and a way to extend its life or to protect it better is to actually spray it with something like Scotchgard or a product that will actually be a UV protector and sealer. And I know that Minwax has a product for that actually serves really well for that purpose. So with all that in mind, we'll get started. The idea behind this arrangement is that you are going to actually go around the container, and how many pieces you use will depend on how large your container is. For this container, I've used mostly 3 of each, with the exception of the fern, which I only needed 2 because it's a bulkier item, and 3 would have just been too many. Anyway, starting with the hanging bush, I'm going to do a layer look, so I'm going to start from the bottom up. And I want these to hang. And one of the important things to remember is to actually fluff your pieces before you put them in. It makes a big difference. And I've already pre-fluffed some of them. And I glue probably about an inch or so and push them in about an inch or so. And I think that makes for a nice look to have something going over an urn or a container. The next thing to do will be this fern. This is a nice fern. It's actually a shakeout fern. You don't have to do anything to it. It just falls naturally, just as you open it from the bag. So here we go, about an inch or maybe 2 inches, and we're just going to go around the container. And so I want every element to show, and so therefore each element is going to be slightly higher than the one before. Next, I will use this eucalyptus bush to bring some height to the arrangement. Now, before I started doing any of this, I foamed and mossed the container. And I wanted to make sure that the foam was in place really well, so I did glue it in. And actually you can see how to foam a container in our other video, how to foam a container. You want to make sure that your foam is all the way to the bottom of the container. That's very important, otherwise the arrangement becomes wobbly. Anyway, okay, so here we have the eucalyptus, and I am going to add these natural sticks in the middle, and probably this is a nice height. Glue them in. Watch your fingers. And stick them right in the middle. There we go. Just because it's very interesting to have a little contrast in colors, my next piece is going to be a heather spray, which is almost like a basil color. Now at this point, you can continue with use of greenery. A combination, a mix of greeneries is really wonderful for outdoor urns such as this one. But just to show you what you can do, I am going to continue with color by also adding some flowers and some kangaroo paw. And I'm just going around the container so that it looks, somewhat even. There we go. All right. So these cosmos right here are really wonderful. They're very colorful, and they're also color fast. And the leaves are actually PVC, which means that they will do well outdoors as well. And just like with anything else, I want them to come alive. So I bend them and make them look as if they were real. And for here too, my stem is too long, so I will need to actually cut the stem about 5 inches. I have this great tool that we also sell at flowers-by-design.com, which is the silk stem cutter, which really cuts larger stems rather easily. But if you don't have this, or if you don't want to purchase it, you can still use a good pair of cutting pliers to get the job done. So once again, there we go. We add the 3 cosmos. And finally, just to give it some height or add to the height, I will add the kangaroo paw. Okay. One that has not been fluffed, I will quickly fluff by opening up. And I will then add the kangaroo paw in the middle. And 2 more. Oh, doesn't this say summer? These planters look awesome, not only by the front doors, but also by back doors or side doors, on decks, on patios. Actually, inside also. So all I had to do was just drop it in, and voila, it was done. If you're going to make one, take a picture and send it to our email address so that we can include it in our design gallery. We'd love to see your work. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I am Donna with Flowers by Design.